Welcome everybody to Wrestlestop. I'm Joe. This is Jeff over here. To start this video off, we just wanted to thank everybody. As of last video, we were at 99 subs, and now we are at, what are we at, Jeff?
118.
118 subs, which is fantastic for us. Definitely a milestone, and we appreciate you all for subbing and liking and following and watching this train wreck as it happens in front of you.
It's a train wreck in reverse.
Train wreck in reverse.
Because we're getting better.
We're getting better. We're not where we need to be yet, but we're getting better. So thank you. As a tribute to that, Jeff has never had my favorite drink. We got some Sambuca here. Shout out Kyle. You know Sambuca. And me and Jeff are going to do a little shot here to 100 subs, 100 plus subs. Cheers. So good.
Oh.
Roll the intro. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking through that. So, Jeff, what do we got today?
Alrighty, well, we're going to start off discussing last week's SmackDown from Friday, January 12th. I think we'll talk about the 4 qualifying matches for the Fatal 4-Way that's happening this weekend at Saturday Night's Main Event. First match I have listed was Damian Priest beating Solo Sikoa. Any thoughts there?
Yeah, I kind of wanted Solo to go over in that match. I think, I think Priest, I don't know if I want Priest in this role, I guess. I think it'd be fun. It was predictable, I guess, is where I'm going with that. I think with Priest winning was very predictable. I like to see random things happen, right? And unexpected things. And I think Solo winning that match and moving on would have been a little more unexpected for me.
But because WWE does one thing at a time, Solo's feuding with the Wyatt Six right now. So it really didn't make sense. So yes, we both would have liked to have seen Solo moved on. But we both thought that Damian was going to win because Solo is, mired in a feud right now with the Wyatt Six. So
yeah, and that's fair. And I guess Priest is done with his Aleister Black thing, who has disappeared off the face of TV right now. So yeah, I guess Priest doesn't do anything, so he can move on to the Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, I don't see Damian winning this whole thing.
No, definitely not.
They gave him the title. It didn't really go over well with fans. I think Damian needs to maybe have a run as a tag team title. We've talked off record about some potential people we'd like to see him tag team with. You mentioned Finn Balor earlier today.
I would like to see
like Aleister Black.
Face Finn Balor and a face Damian Priest as a tag team. I would like to see that.
So yeah, I think we both wanted Solo. We both would have liked to have seen Solo move on and have a potential championship run. Damian had it, and we both
not
like
even
him.
really a championship run, but a championship contender,
a potential championship run. So yeah, Damian went over, which like you said, it was easy, it was predictable, and it was what we expected. So like I said, there wasn't a surprise there. So.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was kind of boring booking.
I know the next one you were really disappointed with.
Yeah, I was disappointed this one.
Sami Zayn beat Dragunov.
I think this is another one, similar to the last one, right? I mean, why not? Dragunov puts on great matches. Every time he's out, he puts on a great match. Somehow, he even pulled Sami Zayn into a good match. But he lost. I would have rather have seen Dragunov against Drew McIntyre. Who has seen that match before?
No, I don't know.
The answer is nobody, right? And I think that would be a much better match than the potential Sami Zayn versus Drew McIntyre, which we've seen before.
11 times.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dragunov advancing here was the right move, but they didn't do that. And we got Sami Zayn going on for some weird reason. I know, and we'll get to the next 2 matches, so I know where they're probably headed towards this, but I don't know. Dragunov should have won that match. It was a stupid outcome, Jeff.
Yeah, I know that's what you wanted. I thought Sami Zayn would win. I'll save my thought process for this for our Saturday night's main event prediction video. That's coming next. My only issue with Dragunov winning is he just lost the U.S. title.
Yeah.
So for him to use the U.S. title, but then be rewarded all of a sudden with a championship.
But, I mean, is he being
Chance.
rewarded or now is he being punished because now he's losing a bunch of matches in a row?
But okay, so he wins, and shouldn't Carmelo Hayes come out and say, "Hey, I deserve that chance. I beat Dragunov."
Carmelo Hayes wasn't in this tournament.
No, I know, but he could argue he deserved it because he beat Dragunov. So why?
Which is fine. Maybe that's another storyline then.
Okay,
all right, Jeff.
I'm just trying to make sense of
Quit
the
yelling.
storylines together.
Quit yelling at me, Jeff.
I didn't really have a dog in this race either way. I'm not a big fan of either wrestler, so I was okay with either way. But I've got some thoughts on the Sami Zayn victory later.
All right. We'll talk about it in another video, Jeff, when we talk about our predictions.
Alrighty. So next we had the most predictable of the outcomes.
Yeah,
was Randy Orton over The Miz.
I don't even remember this match happening.
But it was a good match. Like they had me a couple times that I thought maybe they were going to pull it upset in The Miz winning because Miz came up and surprised Randy Orton at the beginning and hit him right at the beginning.
I
of the
do
match
remember
from behind
that.
With this,
That was before the match started, right?
Skull crushing finale, and then they went to commercial. Of all the dumb things, they jumped to a commercial right
After that, I don't remember anything.
and then they come back from commercial, and Randy Orton's beating up The Miz, and no follow up on how Randy Orton recovered from somebody's finisher. Why didn't Miz just put the move on him and pin him? I guess the ref wasn't there, but whatever. But then closer to the end of the match, the Miz blocked 2 RKOs and hit another skull crushing finale. So I thought there was a minor chance they might throw Miz into the finale just to have somebody else to lose to 4-way. I thought that might be the shock of the night, but it wasn't, and Randy did win. So.
Yeah, and I think Randy Orton, I mean, we're going to talk about it in our prediction video. I think Randy Orton, though, spoiler, is probably going to win this 4-way. But I like The Miz. I think The Miz winning would have been cool. It would have been a cool twist. He's definitely put in the work. He's been with WWE for 742 years. I think he's put in the work. He deserves a good solid win. Right now they're just using him to job out to other people for whatever reason. But I mean, this was kind of like for you for the last one with Zayn and Dragunov. For me, I didn't really have a horse in this race either. So I didn't care. I'm okay with Orton winning. But again, I don't even remember this match happening.
All right, last match of the night, which was Trick Williams over Cardona. Matt Cardona.
I do like Trick Williams.
Whoop that Trick.
I do like Trick Williams. I think he is definitely a future superstar. My only issue with this is why did they bring Matt Cardona back just to job to other people? Which is kind of strange if they brought a guy back to, for fanfare or for, to give him a little push or whatever they're going to do with him. Because I know he was in WWE a while ago and then now he's back. They just kind of had him job out to Trick Williams. But I'm happy with the result. Don't get me wrong. I think Trick Williams is probably a future heavyweight champion. I don't know if it's going to be with this or not. But
maybe that's exactly why they brought him back, is to job out. He gets to be a decent name that people know, people recognize, to put over some of the younger talent like a Trick Williams, while also getting to travel and spend time with his wife, Chelsea Green.
It could be. It could be that. Maybe that's why he signed was, hey, I don't mind, being a big name that jobs out to up and comers. I just get to be my wife. And so maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
The WWE wants to sign me and my wife to travel around the world at a minimal wrestler salary and lose to people like Trick Williams. Sign me up. I will take the money.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I'm happy with that outcome. I do like Trick Williams getting pushed. I liked the interaction between Trick Williams and Randy Orton. I think it was pretty good. There's a lot of videos going around of Randy Orton dancing to Trick Williams' music. If you've seen that, yeah. And then there's a point where Trick Williams is outside the ring and Randy Orton leans over and goes, "I think I like you," and walks off and stuff like that. So I think Trick Williams, is going to be their next heavy push, kind of like a Braun Breaker push.
Okay. Looking forward to that then. So, all right, those are the 4 matches. I think all of those were rather safe, predictable outcomes.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Yeah.
Alrighty, moving on. On 3 separate times, we had 3 separate promos from Drew, Cody, and Jacob Fatu on the night.
Mhm.
So they're clearly playing on the result from the cage match. And they're building some sort of a rivalry between, the 3 of them. So where do you see this going?
I think Fatu's going to win the title. I think this is building to, it's a safe way to give Fatu the title to kind of judge how that will work. With Cody and Drew still, fighting. And it kind of lets Fatu kind of drift off with the title.
But who takes the fall? I almost see Fatu as a way for Cody and Drew to continue fighting, and one of them pinning Fatu in a match where they don't necessarily have to pin each other.
I don't think they're going to let that happen because Fatu is he is their number 1. Well, maybe number 2 with Braun Breaker. Right currently. The crowd loves Fatu. He's kind of like that crazy guy in the ring. You don't know what's going to happen. I think they're going to put the belt on him.
You think so?
I do.
I don't see it.
I think they're going to put the belt on him soon. I think he's going to.
I guess he has had the U.S. title. He had a short run with the U.S. title, didn't he? With him and LA Knight were feuding.
Yep. I think maybe Fatu could pin either Cody or Drew, and something happens. I don't know what it is, but that could continue on the Cody and Drew feud, which nobody wants, but could happen. It seems like that's the direction they're going anyway, is Cody and Drew feuding, at least to WrestleMania.
Trying to think the last time they had somebody less polished on the mic winning a major championship like that.
Then who?
Than Jacob Fatu.
What are you talking about?
He's not good on the mic.
He's great on the mic. You know what I
that good on the-
mean? He's amazing on
So
the
unless
mic.
somehow they assign him a manager or something like that.
No, I
in
think
there
he's
in
good
the
on
run,
the
you
mic.
think he's all good on the run? He's going
I
to come
think
out.
he's good on the
He's
mic.
going to open SmackDown and a Raw with a 10-minute promo.
I think so.
Alrighty. I look forward
You know
to that.
what? He can't be any worse than Kairi Sane,
Kairi Sane?
and
Yeah,
Asuka, and the girl that does this.
They don't really
Can't
put
be
them on
any
the mic
worse
to
than
open that. That's why they put Io Sky with Rhea Ripley. That's why they had for the
can't be
longest time them with Bailey.
Can't be any worse than that.
Okay. We'll see.
Fatu, world champion in the next 3 months.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna re-clip this.
It's part of the new landscape.
It's part of the new landscape. I have a server now that's going to record all this stuff.
We're gonna have a record of our predictions, so
Whenever-
we can throw them in each other's faces.
Within the next 3 months, Fatu will be heavyweight champion. I don't know what brand, but one or the other.
You know what? That's got to be something we start doing because there's so many shows and sporting shows out there where people just make. I don't want to say they're all ridiculous, but they make crazy predictions. And you know what? They only ever talk about the ones they get right. They never talk about the ones
I'm
they get
okay with
wrong.
talking about the ones I get wrong.
So going
I'm
forward,
okay with it.
Maybe not tonight, but eventually I'm going to start tracking our predictions. And
Okay.
we're going to track them and we're going to go over them as they come right or wrong. So
You know who's not scared, Jeff?
you.
Me.
I'm not scared of anything.
I'm not scared
I got you.
because
I know.
all my predictions are correct.
I can't see what I'm doing over here.
What are you doing? Do you know how to use an iPad,
I
Jeff?
don't know how to use an iPad. Alrighty. Anything else you want to say about that three-way
No.
feud brewing? We'll see where it goes. Okay. So next we had a match on SmackDown. It was Charlotte and Alexa versus Julia and Kiana James.
Yep.
Was that a number 1 contender match, right? For the women's tag team
It was.
championship match
And
coming up at
the
Saturday's
wrong
main
team
event.
won.
The best friends? No, the best friends win. No,
I think Charlotte Flair
they
and Alexa
pinned,
won.
They pinned
Yeah.
Kiana, didn't
They
they?
pinned
I knew
Kiana,
you
James,
were
and Julia.
disappointed about that.
I was. I understand why they did because Julia is the
U.S.
U.S. title champion.
Undeservedly so.
Well, you're out of your mind. But I don't know. It was kind of a throwaway match for me. I think for me personally, Julia and Kiana James are far more intriguing than Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
Charlotte and Flair, Alexa just aren't good together.
Yeah, they're
a
not.
good
I think
tag
that's the
match.
problem. I think
Everybody
individually
knows
they're
gonna
fine.
Eventually break up. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, I just hit a button on my keyboard. I think individually they're fine, but together I just don't care about them. So
They used Alexa to get Charlotte back over.
yeah,
with the
because
fans.
everyone hated Charlotte
Yeah.
Flair, and Alexa Bliss brought her back.
So already that was short, sweet, just disappointing. Like you
Yeah,
mentioned.
disappointing. Julia
So,
and Kiana James should have won that match.
Speaking of disappointing, Jordan Grace over Chelsea Green. I know you don't really care. Again, I know what Chelsea Green is. Again, we talked about her husband earlier, Matt Cardona. She's also willing to do whatever WWE wants. She loves her job.
Yep.
She loves the company,
which is good.
She said in last year's Unreal, I'm living my dream. I'm being paid to be a wrestler, to entertain the fans. I'll do whatever you want me to do. Just keep booking me.
Yep.
So I think it is, they've used her now to put over Jordan Grace, another young talent coming up on the female side. She just had her second run with the U.S. title, lost it, and now it's turning around putting over a younger talent. I'm disappointed because I like Chelsea Green and her antics, but I see what they're doing and why they're doing it.
Yeah, because I know they're pushing Jordan Grace,
I think Jordan Grace,
to be like the next future, like, I don't want to say China, but that's kind of how I feel, just because how she's
Rhea
built.
Ripley,
because she's like big, and I think they're pushing her to that, which is fine. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have a problem with this. I know you do because you like Chelsea Green, and I also like Chelsea Green, but
it's a personal disappointment. I don't have a problem with it because I understand what they're doing. The only thing
my biggest issue
have been able to wrap my mind around real quick is I get Chelsea Green had the championship. I get why she dropped it to Julia. Julia's younger.
She's the best wrestler in the
she's
world.
Younger. She's a better
she's
wrestler.
The best
she put her over
ever.
But then Chelsea won the title back in a very awkward short match for like 4 weeks, and then she dropped it right back to her. So I don't know if
that's just WWE booking.
Julia needed time off, or did she upset somebody? It was just a very odd loss and / title run. And
then, that's just shitty WWE booking right there. That's all that is. They don't, right? They know certain things, right? Obviously, they have the job and I don't. So there's a reason for that. But I think for certain things like this in particular, like Julia and Chelsea Green, they don't really know what the crowd wants. So they just, we'll just flip-flop it back and forth. And I don't think they realize the damage that does to one or the other and the title itself, right? I don't think they realize.
And I don't mind the back and forth of titles, particularly the middleweight titles. I think the back and forth of the heavyweight titles, it loses a little bit. I don't like hearing somebody like, some Randy Orton 14-time championship, John Cena, 17-time champion.
John Cena 17-time champion means he lost it also 17
times. And we did some math, and I think, I don't know if it was on one of our shows or between shows, like John Cena's total title run in days was near or less than, I think, Roman Reigns' one title run.
Yeah.
His one long title run.
Yep. Think about that. His entire 17 times he won the title.
Less days.
His cumulative, is that the right word? Cumulative, I don't know. Total days that he had the champion in 17 championship runs was less than one time Roman Reigns had it.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Something like that.
It was near, maybe slightly higher.
Yeah, it was in the ballpark.
Yeah, within 100, maybe 150.
So who cares? He won 17 titles. Yeah. Who cares? He won it and then lost it immediately after, basically. So
that was always my argument growing up as a kid. I was a huge Hogan fan because I liked WWE.
He had that 1 year where he won it like what? He had it for like a year.
But I liked him better than Flair. And my whole childhood, it felt like Hogan had the title. But people, my friends who like WCW, always said, "Well, Ric Flair's a 12-time champion."
Yeah,
well, my argument was always, well, he lost it 12 times.
Right.
Like, Hogan's never lost, So whatever. It's just booking. It is what it is. And it's not even that they pass the title back and forth, because that makes sense to a sense. But like, just some of the matches weren't quality matches either.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's just odd. So, alrighty, enough about that. Moving on, match of the night, match of the week, possibly the match of the year so far. It's a short year, but Carmelo Hayes versus Leon Slater.
Yeah, Leon Slater, man, they need to sign that boy. I know he's TNA /
NXT. Goes back, we drafted him, so he was part of the NXT.
Yeah, so he must have showed up on the NXT roster, but which I need to post that video. That's a video I got to post yet. I forgot about that one, but
robbing our fans out of views.
Yeah, Leon Slater and Carmelo Hayes was, for me anyway, and probably for Jeff as well, current. I mean, we're only 19 days into the new year, but clearly the best match of the year so far, or at least in the top 3 maybe. Carmelo Hayes always puts on a
I
show.
said the other match that jumped out at me was, I don't think it was the match Carmelo Hayes won the title, but it was one right before that where he thought he was going to beat Gunther or somebody. I can't remember who it was.
No, I think Carmelo Hayes and Dragunov probably was.
There was one before that. I'll have to look it up and we'll talk about it another time.
Yeah, but yeah, it was an amazing match. Both those guys can go. So yeah, I was very happy with that match, especially considering it was on SmackDown.
Yes, yeah.
SmackDown's usually pretty terrible.
But yeah, on that, next I want to kind of talk about SmackDown. That's the end of the SmackDown wrap up. But after watching SmackDown Friday, we talked over the weekend, and then a little bit tonight watching Raw is like the young call ups.
Yeah,
all these young wrestlers.
There's a lot finally.
We've got Carmelo Hayes is relatively young. He's been around a year, but he's relatively young, finally getting his push.
Yep.
We mentioned we haven't mentioned your boy Obafemi.
No, we haven't mentioned him yet, but he hasn't really been called up yet. They just keep showing videos for him.
Jordan Grace. We just talked about
Leon Slater,
Trick Williams,
Javon Evans.
Javon Evans, unfortunately. We'll talk about him a little bit more in a minute, but
Trick Slater or Trick Slater.
Trick Williams.
Trick Williams. Who's Trick Slater?
Whoop that trick.
Yeah. There's a lot. Finally, they're injecting some new blood into WWE, and I think it's good. I think it's good for the show.
Yeah.
It gives people some different matches they're not just used to. It's not always Gunther versus whoever, right? Every single match.
It was definitely needed to get the young blood in there. But just with the amount of injuries they've had,
they
could have called these people up and have them not been good either. Like we've enjoyed the young matches more than we've enjoyed some of the established wrestlers matches.
Yeah, that's because the guys as they get older, they're slower.
They're slower.
Right?
You just get used to seeing the same moves over and over and over again,
and the same two people and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm way behind this. I think this is great.
But on that note, we'll talk a little bit going into the Raw recap. Poor Javon Evans tonight was in a match with El Grande Americano. They cut the commercial and he came back and he was outside the ring and the announcer was calling the match, holding somebody. I see went over the top rope and hit his shoulder or something. They didn't even show a recap. It's something with his shoulder and I think they said he hit the announce table. Yeah,
and that sucks because Leon Slater, not Leon. God, why am I only thinking of Leon Slater? Javon Evans.
He's bouncy.
He's bouncy, and apparently not that bouncy because he hit a table and didn't bounce off that table. Yeah. But no, that hurts because I think he still is. He's not like out forever, but
I could have saw them using him in that bouncy ability, like a filling the Kofi role.
Yeah.
In Royal Rumble.
Oh, where he jumps on a chair or something.
The crazy things he could have did.
And he could
be
back. Maybe he didn't hurt it that bad. Yeah. We don't know. I haven't seen anything that says. I mean, maybe this video will age poorly and he broke his shoulder. I have no idea. But as of right now, he's out, which is a hurt to Raw because I think he definitely has a bright future. Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah. Last week's match, he went over the corner turnbuckle, over the corner ring post, and we both commented like. It wasn't the first time we've seen it, but it was only the second time we've seen it. Yeah. Like the only other guy we've seen that is Montez Ford.
Mm-hmm. And who's disappeared. Yeah. So we can only think of
that's just the crazy athleticism it takes to do that. And a guy that young, I think they said he's 21, 22.
Yeah, he's the youngest guy, I think, right? And so hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's all right and he's able to come back for Royal Rumble.
And he just brought such a young, enthusiastic energy.
Yep. Yeah. The crowd is behind him already. I mean, the crowd cheered for him when he came out. Hopefully he's good. So yeah, best of luck to him. Quick recovery. What do we got up here next?
Gunther versus AJ Styles. They're clearly building to, we knew they were building toward a match.
Mm-hmm.
There was rumors AJ Styles was going to retire sometime this year. It might be sooner than we expected.
Yeah, I didn't expect it this soon.
But maybe they'll build some sort of back and forth rivalry. But now we've got Gunther versus AJ Styles at Royal Rumble. And if AJ Styles loses, he has to retire. He talked it over with his wife tonight, and his wife okayed the match.
Yeah, she did.
But Gunther says he wants to be in the Royal Rumble, so I know you have a theory on this.
Yeah, I think this is my theory.
Yeah.
Gunther performs in the Royal Rumble, and maybe he makes it far. I don't know if he wins or if he does win or whatever, but he makes it very deep into the Royal Rumble. And then when he fights AJ Styles, he's a little bit worn out. He's a little bit tired. He loses. That's his excuse, right? And he loses AJ Styles, which sets up a WrestleMania match with AJ Styles and Gunther, because, you know, WWE likes their rematches.
Yes.
Same stipulation. AJ Styles has to retire if he loses. Maybe Gunther just keeps doing that. And then this time, though, Gunther wins at WrestleMania and retires AJ Styles, because I know AJ Styles is done this year, according to what he said.
Yeah, and he could retire on the grandest stage of them all.
Yep.
So
That's kind of what I think is going to happen there.
yeah, that's an interesting theory. I like that. So at that point, you can't have Gunther winning the title, winning the Royal Rumble. Do you have him winning?
He either goes deep or he wins.
If he wins,
I see what you're saying.
He can't fight for the championship at WrestleMania then.
Okay, so maybe he just goes deep. Maybe he's 1 or 2, but then he goes deep and he makes it to him versus whoever we decide at the end, and then he loses, right?
Okay.
But then he has to go on to face AJ Styles. He's worn out, and then he loses to AJ Styles, but then he beats AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
Alrighty,
that's what I think.
Alrighty. I like all that. Right. I like your theories there. I was, curious where they were going with that. I thought it was, like you said, early in the year. Cena just retired. Maybe AJ Styles is done. He had his last title run. It wasn't a singles run, but he had his run as a tag team championship. So maybe he is ready to wrap it up early. But I do like the idea of a retirement at WrestleMania. I was never the biggest AJ Styles fan. I didn't really watch him wrestle. I wasn't watching wrestling during him, but I know he's a legend. I know people love him. The crowd pops for him, particularly internationally.
Yeah.
So yeah, give him. Let him.
And I think they really like Gunther beating these guys. Yes. I think WWE is really behind Gunther retiring these guys. It sets him up as like the main heel, even though he doesn't have a title. He's kind of the guy, right?
He's the legend killer.
Yeah.
At that point, you don't really ever need to put the title back on him.
You're right. It builds him as a force, and yeah.
So, alrighty.
What's next?
Next topic. Back and forth the last couple weeks. The Vision has had troubles with the Luchadors, Rey Mysterio, Penta, and Dragon Lee. So they had a 6-man tag.
Where's Rey Fenix?
Braun Breaker wasn't included. He's supposedly suspended, but Adam Pearce is getting himself in some trouble.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen here is I think Adam Pearce is going to get maybe suspended by Triple H. Maybe Triple H makes a return.
I kind of thought tonight maybe this could be there. He got a call from somebody.
Yeah, you got a call from somebody.
Triple H is normally there, or they've showed him on camera before. I don't see Triple H calling him, and I could see this is the way they bring back The Rock. Maybe
the Rock.
WrestleMania season. The Rock called him, and hey,
you can't be touching wrestlers. You can't be doing this and that, and then suspends Adam Pearce, and they bring in an interim GM for Raw, and it's none other than Chris Jericho.
That's a good way to bring back Jericho. I do like that,
because then he can kind of be like that sniveling, kind of like whiny guy or whatever that Chris Jericho is so good at doing. Then eventually he can start wrestling again.
Okay, right? Because the rumor has been that he was going to be one of the surprise entrants.
And he could be. I mean, he very, very well could be. But I think for me personally, this would be a better way to bring him in.
Bring back Jericho as commissioner and the list.
Yeah, and bring back the list.
Yes.
But I think maybe... early prediction for me, that's what they're going to do, but I don't really know, but they're definitely doing something with Adam Pearce.
Yeah. Last week he suspended Braun Breaker. Paul Heyman came up to him backstage and said, you might want to reconsider that. You touched him first.
Yep.
Then today he interfered in the match. I can't remember who it was. Somebody pulled out the Nux. Was it Logan Paul?
Yeah, it was Logan Paul, and then
Adam Pearce jumped up on the ring, took the Nux away. They're all like, "Whoa, what are you doing touching wrestlers?" And then for whatever reason, he set him down on the ring side. And your boy Rey Mysterio went dirty again.
Yeah,
he picked him up and knocked somebody out. It got me 5 points for a foreign object use. But that's Rey Mysterio being dirty.
Is that Rey Mysterio though? Maybe joining the dark side with his boy Dom.
He's just over. They're gonna let him do whatever he wants.
That's true.
But no, I thought that was kind of funny. So
yeah, I agree.
And then the last thing to talk about on Raw was Finn versus CM Punk. Great match. We were both a little disappointed with the ending. But I've got a thought, but I'll let you express your concern.
I knew they weren't gonna take the belt off CM Punk yet. I knew that, but I secretly, personally wanted Finn Balor to win. I really did. I think this is one of those times where it would have been a great opportunity for them to swerve the audience, because everyone assumed CM Punk was going to win. I think it would have been a great opportunity to put the belt on somebody else, like Finn Balor, because I think Finn Balor's fantastic. I think he's amazing, and he deserves another run with the title. And maybe it's going to happen, right? Maybe this sets up, because at the end, they kind of did a lot of long cuts of Finn Balor staring back at CM Punk, and we both thought somebody was going to run in.
Or Finn Balor was going to run in and bring
out
the
Finn
demon.
Balor, or something. But maybe it's going to lead to, okay, at Royal Rumble, you're going to have Finn Balor Demon versus CM Punk.
Letting the evil out.
Yeah. And which I'd also be okay with. I think Finn Balor Demon, as long as they do it right and don't just have him job out immediately.
Yeah.
But I think Finn should get a title run. I'm not against that. I think he should get one. He's a great wrestler. He has a great look. I think
he hasn't had a carb since 2008.
Yeah, that guy, he's got a 12-pack of abs. I mean, the guy's there. I think he should have at least, it doesn't need to be a Gunther level Intercontinental Championship run, but give him a title.
Give the men the belt.
Yeah, see what the crowd does. I bet you the crowd is just itching to get behind that guy.
Yeah, watching the end, they put up CM Punk won. He celebrated for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Finn Balor left the ring. He turned around. He looked at CM Punk. And then he went back. The camera went back to CM Punk. The camera went back to Finn Balor. And then the credits started rolling. And then the camera went back to CM Punk. And then the camera went back to Finn Balor.
It seemed something was going to happen.
So, yeah, I kept waiting for something to happen. And at first, Finn Balor kind of looked around at the crowd, and the crowd by then was cheering for CM Punk. They were cheering for the champion, which is expected.
Right.
And Finn Balor was kind of looking around at the crowd and looking at CM Punk. And so I thought, well, maybe Finn Balor misses this. Maybe he misses the adoration. And maybe being in his home country and being cheered for the entire match awakened the desire to be cheered for again. So maybe that was going to be his heel turn. But right before the camera went off, his face went a little sour. Looked like he was getting upset. And that's when I thought, okay, he's going to run in and he's going to start beating down CM Punk. But that could also show that, hey, I'm upset. Maybe I am going to bring out the demon. So I could kind of see it going either way from here. But initially I was leaning toward a face turn and him missing the cheer, and being jealous that CM Punk was getting cheered on by his home country. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see Finn Balor win. I don't know if he's going to beat CM Punk. I can see CM Punk maybe dropping the title at WrestleMania. I don't see a Finn Balor versus CM Punk at WrestleMania.
But it's at least a new rivalry. Get Finn Punk, getting Finn Balor out of the Judgment Day. Dom's hurt. JD's hurt again. The women are kind of taking over the Judgment Day.
I think the Judgment Day has become a female stable.
Yeah, work Finn out. Either go completely demon or let him go face. Give him a singles run for a while.
Well, I think even if he came out as a demon, he'd be a face, right? I think the crowd would cheer. Yeah, the crowd likes the demon.
Okay,
the demon gimmick. So,
well, let's do it then. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. All right, those are the topics I recorded. Any last minute comments or anything you want to discuss?
No.
Alrighty.
Because we went over all this before the show.
Okay.
We're starting to prepare.
Well, sometimes during the show, something might pop into your head, so I wanted to give you the chance.
I think we were good there.
Well, why don't you go ahead and thank our fans one more time?
Okay.
Well, no more shots. Just a verbal. Thank you very much.
No, we need to thank our fans the right way, Jeff.
Oh, this is not what I wanted.
You asked for it, buddy. I want to thank you guys one last time. Well, it won't be one last time, so we'll thank you again once we hit a certain number again.
Next on the list, 150.
No, next time we thank you guys will be 200.
Oh, you said 150.
One of us has a bigger shot than the other.
That's what she said.
Okay, let's see. There you go. So again, thank you. We appreciate you guys. Keep following, subscribing. We have some. Put this somewhere. We have some great things coming up.
Joe has been in the laboratory cooking up,
I have
redesigning
the entire channel. We have Wrestlestop 2.0
2.0.
coming soon.
Forget it, Seth Rollins. He is now the visionary.
I'm
he
the
is now the
visionary.
architect.
This is right. Probably the next 2 to 3 weeks, you guys will see that. Doing a lot of work in the background. We appreciate everybody who has already subscribed. Tell everybody else, like, follow, subscribe. We got some great things coming up here in the new year. And yeah, let's to you guys. Thank you. We appreciate you. Like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment. We'll see you guys in the next video. It's like nail polish.
But it's your favorite.